Lugumbio, parte del Podo, OCHAREO, Camona, la Puebla, Eterna, Adverso, la Venerando, Alfonso, con Limagua. Ibae, con un timbeleso, no muere Feli, la Serra, Verane, Ibae, Bototo, con CHANGO. Ibae, con un cargado, Duare, Nube, Ibae, Odun. Timbeleso, no muere con Limagua. Ibae, Fabiano, Chaile, Ibae, con un Susana Cantero, feminita, Odun. Nelda, Bototo, hecho ayer, mujeres, Manuela, Caracaballo, Millón, Guilla. Ponía que pintarle al cabro. El día, Chango, la revista. El día, Calleja, que Ibae, con un Panchita, Cuba. Ibae, Juana, Betancourt, Collado, Oscar, la Tamalera. Ibae, con un timbeleso, los lugares, Bobo, Tomo, La Paz, Bobo, Rudo, Bobo, Añá, Pase, Babalocha, Yalocha, Bobo, que no niña, me ha leído con timbeleso, los lugares. OLOKUN, OLOFI, OCHAREO, Ada Che, Chenife Chokun, Chenife Maru, Chenife La Ocha. Good evening, everyone. Today we want to talk about the Odun Iwori Meyi. Lázaro Jesus. Yes, we're going to talk one day about that Odun. Oyekun Kana. We're going to talk about this Odun in our direct. Today, you know that the live stream is in English for all the people that they don't speak Spanish. Last week, it was in Spanish. So today is in English. Iwori Meyi is one of the greatest Odun that we have in our religion. This is the Odun that said MAFEREFUN YEMAYTA, MAFEREFUN OLOKUN, OLOFI, speak in this Odun too. So this is one of the Odun that we are supposed to take a sand from the sea and also from the river. We want to prepare the inche or sign of this one. And this Odun is so important that the person take care of the kid about their behave and all of that, because here at Orumila, he has his sons. One of them, the little one, didn't respect us, Jeffros. One day he was tired of all of that, and he decided to go. Okay, can make me. Thank you. He decided to leave the world and go back to heaven. But all his sons, they start to have a lot of problems in their life. They didn't have the solution for it. So they went to heaven to speak with Orumila to come back. But he refused to do that. And he gave them the 16 Ikines of Orumila. And he told them, with that, you can do the divination and adore me. So it's important here to have the Ikofa and our Faka, the Orumila, because most of the people that have this Odun in our religion is in the Akofa or the Ambabalago, even though in Ocha, this Odun sometimes show up, that this Odun in Ocha is Marunla, the number 15. So in Sanitases, I saw this Odun too. So it's important here, if you have this Odun in Ocha, you have Marunla, Tonti Marunla, for example, to have the Ikofa and Awofaka of Orumila. But something else that is important for you is to learn about the different Adimuses and Aradimuses that I don't know what happened with that. This is one of the Odun that is important to attend Orumila. So you have this Odun, try to learn about it. We have the video about Orula that you can learn about different Adimuses that you can offer this origin. Something else in this Odun is that you need to know that little by little you can learn about big things, because this is one of the Odun that the person have a gift to learn faster. So in any place that you are working, it's important for you to learn as much as you can, because later when you put everything together, you can accomplish a big thing in your life. So try to learn as much as you can in any place that you are. Sometimes, yes, we are in places that we don't want to work there because they don't pay us good, or whatever the reason could be, but try to learn as much as you can, because tomorrow you can use in another place. This is the Odun that talk about Iwori Meyi, even though he was the third that came to the world, he was the first in heaven. But when he came to the world, and then Oyekun was the second, Iyobe was the king of the day, and Olokun the king of the night. But they, both of them, were the youngest than Iwori Meyi. So when Iwori Meyi one day he saw Baba Yobe during the day in his horse with all his servants, and he was in the street, and they told him, "You need to pay homage to Yobe." He said, "No, he's my little brother." So Yobe said, "Okay, you cannot do anything during the day." And then during the day he was at home, but he couldn't go to the stores and do anything outside the house. The same thing happened at night when one day he saw Olokun with a lot of light and people around him, and Olokun told him the same thing. And he said, "I don't want to do. You are youngest than me." And Olokun said the same thing that Yobe told him. At night you cannot be outside. So he was in every time, but he need to find the solution. So he did different bosses and prayed to Olofi. Olofi gave him the 4 eyes. So even though he was the third to came to the earth, he had the possibility to see during the day and also during the night. That's why this Odun is a great Odun, because he had a lot of possibilities. So it's important in Iwori Meyi to take care of your head and your intelligence, because this is the Odun that said that the person is so smart but sometimes don't know how to use it. When you want to accomplish something that could be a problem for you and you feel that you don't find the solution, in this Odun you need to feed Echu Elegua with a goat. It's so important for you to feed Elegua, because here Echu Elegua, when the three gentlemen from heaven came to the earth looking for the people that were here, and they said, if they don't know our name, we take them back to heaven. So Iwori Meyi, that he knew that, he did himself a reading, and he saw this Odun. And this Odun recommend him, his Ifa, to feed Echu Elegua, and he did. And Echu told him, outside I'm going to put the little store to sell things over there, a cool, a yard, and more. And when these three gentlemen from heaven approached that stores, and Echu Elegua offered them food and everything that they want, they said, we are here because we are looking for Iwori Meyi. And he said, Elegua said, yes, oh, he's the bad person. I want that you take him back to heaven because he doesn't attend me well, and he had a bad character with everyone. So he asked them, I need to know about your name. And all of them gave the name to Echo Elegua. So Elegua, he went in the back and he spoke with Iwori Meyi and let him know about the name of all of them, and also what they want to do. So when they got inside of his house, he automatically salute all of them, his hand, and say, welcome to my house. So they say he's not a bad person. And Iwori Meyi called all of them for their own name. So they were surprised and told him, okay, you will to stay here. But he told them, wait, and I want that you serve my head with cola. And he went to his bedroom. At that moment, all of them leave his house because they start to be afraid of Iwori Meyi. So this is the Odun that said that Elegua always goes to serve you. He goes to help you in any single situation that you have. But it's important to feed Echu Elegua and attend him. This is the Odun that had the bless of Olofi. But also your head. It's important to do the bosses, and you will see that you don't have any problem. This is the Odun that Olokun was doing an ebo with two ore. Ore is the female goat. The rebels, they made a complaint about her with Olofi. And Olofi called Olokun, and Olokun said, I don't go right now because I'm doing something. Olofi, he felt a little worried about this because always when he called Olokun, he was present. When Olokun got the palace and told Olofi, I didn't came because I was feeding the ebo with two ore, and he showed Olofi the two heads of Eure. So Olofi said, now, moving forward, all the rivers go to finish in the sea, and you have to pay homage to Olokun. This is another reason why when we go to prepare the in check of Osain, we need sand from the river and from the sea. Something else is when you offer something to the Orisha, you can go to the place that the sea and the river got together and put their dimu over there. The person that had any Orisha crown and don't have a Ganairi receive a Ganairi. Now some people are confused about it. Even they asked me for a video. They say about Olokun, about Ganairi, because they said, who's a Ganairi? A Ganairi is Olokun in Ocha. Usually the people call Olokun. Now because in Ifa they have Olokun and do the ceremony with Olokun, we call a Ganairi. But when you hear the name Olokun and Ganairi, it's the same thing. Okay, it's a Ganairi because some people got confused with that. So try to receive a Ganairi, put the difference of the Musa and Arab Musa that you can offer to her and go to the ocean and leave it in there. Something else is that you can feed Echu Elegua next to the river and the sea. When they got together in that source, you feed him with the goat. If you don't have the possibility, because sometimes you have this possibility, you feed him in your house with the goat and the chicken, and then after you put the accesses, after the 3 days, you take all of that and you go over there and you leave it in there that this is something that works for you too. So this is an also. This ought to talk about the 4 brothers that they was living together because all of them were sons of Olodumare. The hyena, the chicken, the goat, and the lamb. But what happened that all of them ate earth in the beginning. All of them ate the same thing. But when the hyena got old, she didn't like the earth anymore. And she started to eat meat. So he started to eat the kids of the goat, the chicken, and the lamb. And they, even though they suspect of her, they didn't have any proof. But they went to see Olofi to talk with him about it. The hyena that she was also alert of that, she went to see Orumila. And Orumila did the ebo and told her, put the nyang, make 3 little mountains, and in one of them put the nyang and also feed with the chicken. And you will see that only one will be outside. So when Olofi sent the messenger to the world to see if the hyena was eating that, the hyena told him, no, I am eating yam. And you see, all of them take my yam, just one is alive. So Olofi said, from this moment, the hyena don't going to live more in the village. You're going to live in the forest. And you can eat everything that you want. And then the chicken, the goat, and the lamb, they're going to live in the village. So this is the Odun that talk about when the hyena yell. They say, "Maferefun orumila, maferefun Iwori Meyi." This is the animal of this Odun. He said that the hyena always find food in any place that she is. Always she find food. So when you go to prepare or your godfather the inche of Osain or the Osain, you need bones or a skin from the hyena to put it in there. This is one of the reasons that I told the community that when you go to prepare something in the religion, it's important, for example, the inche Osain or the Osain, it's important that you let know your godfather about the Odun that you have. Because sometimes they are Odun like this one that they need a special thing. The Inche of Osain, the Waeru of Osain, they have, both of them, the general ingredients. Like, for example, the Kuwe, Yawa, Do, and the ceremony, and all of that. This is correct. But depending of the Odun that you have, is the Awaeru of Osain, and also the Inche. Sometimes, even though you have the Wairu of Osain, you have certain Oduns that you have to reinforce the Wairu of Osain with this particular thing. Like now, for example, you have Iwori Meyi. Later, you have, for example, Crown CHANGO. You have your Wairu of Osain, and it's good. But later, you receive your Ikofa of Orumila. And this Odun comes out, you are supposed to take the piece, the hyena or the skin, and put it in there because it works with it too. This is something that you are supposed to know. When you have this Odun, the piece of the hyena is so important because this is the animal that ran this Odun. The bosses in Iwori Meyi is important when you talk about the money. For example, Iwori Meyi is the prospect Odun. This is one of the Odun that the person always make money in one way or another. But what happened that sometimes the money comes to in the right hands and leave through the left. So it's important here do the bosses and also receive the oricha, for example, like Aye, but think how you go to administrate your money. Because here, Orumila recommend the farm and the city to do an ebo. But the farm said, I don't want to do any ebo because I produce everything that I need for me. But the city did the ebo. And what happened later? That everything, all the production from the countryside went to the city. And even though the countryside work and made more products and plant different things, always all of that go to the city. So what happened that always the countryside has to work so hard to maintain the city. The city live from the farm. So if you have this Odun, it's telling you that there are people that they could live from you. So they can take advantage of you, and everything that you produce, you have to feed them and give them everything. So think about it, how you put your money. Don't let people know about how much do you make, because this is not good in this Odun, and you will see the result of that. When you are living in the city, this is something that, for example, we have kids that they go to college and they never been out the house. So they don't know how administrate the money. So we need to teach them. You, for example, if you move to another city that you don't know this city, or you are an immigrant that you came from another country, you need to be careful with the big places, with the cities, because everything that you produce, if you don't take care of that, you spend it so fast. This Odun talk about the 3 women because Iwori Meyi has 3 women. Then he spent all his money. Always he was in different parties. Always he was. Thank you, a lot of this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. And what happened that he was spending his money. So one day his 3 wives got together and they said, you know what, we want to leave him. And they leave. When he saw that his 3 wives weren't at home, he decided to see Orunmila, and Orunmila did the bow to him and recommend him to play a drums. So he played a drums and made a big party, and they returned. One was the music, the other one was the dance, and the other one was the happiness. And in this way, he recuperated his 3 wives. So these 3 women that are representing here in this Odun talk about the 3 spirits that the person has. So you have 3 different female spirits that they work for you and with you. So someday you need to do a mass in your house for these 3 spirits. Maybe when you are dreaming, maybe because in the investigation mass or something like that, they can let you know the name. And then you can represent all of them with different toys. Maybe you have a GC, maybe you have the Francisca, for example. No one knows. This go to let you know which one of them they are. So you need always to represent them. Something else is that when you got a chance, you accomplish something that you were praying to your spirits. You are happy about it. Make a party for it. Not necessarily you need to play a drums. You can, for example, invite different mediums, pray, make food for the people that you invite. You got kids, family members, whatever. And in this way, you are you pay homage to your spirit. This is something good in this order. Always try to lean in the spirit that you have. The prosperity that you have, for example, for one of them, make new clothes, put a something new. Always that these 3 females spirits know that you are grateful for everything that you do. This is the order that you are supposed to be also obedient with the bosses. Oh, thank you, Perico. With the bosses that Orunmila recommend to you, or the Oriate, you have father. Wherever person recommend you an above because you go for a reading, try to do as best as you can. Because here, the bear, he was living with Orunmila. He had everything in his house. And Orunmila feed him, always attend him in the best way that he could. But what happened that the bear, at some point, he started to feel envy of Orunmila. So when the client went to his house, he didn't want to give them water. He was in front of the door and all of that. But later when Orunmila told him, take this ebo for Nibe, he put the ebo in the river.
When Orumila told him this ebo go to the corner, he put that ebo in the cemetery. So the clients, they start to make complaint to Orumila. They said, Orumila, I didn't solve the problem. So Orumila start to get worried about this. And he did a reading. He consulted with his Ifa. And Ifa came out with this Odun, Iwori Meyi, thought you are living with the enemy. So Orumila, that knew that, he did a bow, and he told the bear, take this bow to the source of the river. Said, don't cross the bridge, because I want that it didn't be inside of the river. I want just in the source of the river. But he knew the bear already. So the bear took the bow and he said, now Orumila is telling me, I'm going to put this bow in the other side. And he tried to cross the bridge. But what happened that the bridge didn't support his weight. So he break the bridge and he fell into the river. So he get drowned in the river and the boat was to the place that Orumila wants. So this Odun advise you that it's important when the priest told you this boat go to the river, is to the river, my people. When in divination, they recommend us to put the boat in certain places. It's because in that place, in the river, for example, that we are talking about the river, there are spirits that they are waiting for this boat to finish the ceremony. It's like it goes to the Nibe, for example, to the forest. Most of the time, people sometimes take the boat, and when they leave your house, they leave the boat by the corner in the garbage can. Say, no, it doesn't matter. I did the boat already. And then they don't know that the boat is not complete until it gets the place that it is supposed to be. So it's important to get conscious about it. In addition of that, you need to know too that you need to be careful when you wave. The person that had Iwori Meyi, you are not supposed to get a lot of pounds because it will be against your health. So you need to be so careful with that. If anyone go to your house because he is coming from another city, for example, and want to live in your house for a period of time, it's better that you recommend the person that go to another place and you help even this person to go to another place. Why? Because later, when he see in the way that you are living, the jealousy started and problem started. So you need to be careful with that. It's better for you that you help, even though it's a family member, to give the place that they need. Try to don't allow anyone from outside to be in your house. This order also advise you that when, for example, you go for a divination with Orumila, and Orumila recommend you that this is something also that is important, that you need to receive an Orisha. Pay attention on what Orisha is, because maybe it's one of the Orisha that work with Ochun, because this order talk about Ochun too. MAFEREFUN Ochun, also in Iwori Meyi. Remember that the river finishes in the sea. So if Orumila recommend you to receive, for example, Aye, that work with Ochun, Aye Chalunga, or any of them, review your notebook of Ita and compare it, and maybe it's the time that you need to receive this Orisha. This is the Odun that advise us, the men, that the women could be as strong as we are. Because here was the guy that he has the Osain. that CHANGO gave him. He prepared a good deity for him that worked with society and also with CHANGO. And he was living so happy in the village that and he had a lot of clients. And always he had food in his table and people looked for him because all of them solved their problem. But what happened that one day a woman showed up in that village and also she had the deity that CHANGO gave her to control every single man around in any place that she went. So when he saw this woman, automatically he fell in love with her and he abandoned his deity and all the power that CHANGO gave him, and he was with her and started to live with her without the knowledge that she had also this sign that had a lot of power too. So he started to lose clients, and in that village started to got a lot of problems, and people got sick, and all of that. So all of them start to leave that village. OLOFI one day told CHANGO, we go to that land to know how everything is working over there. And in his way to that village, he saw a lot of people. And OLOFI asked them what happened. All of them told OLOFI, he's not attending us anymore. He's not doing any ceremony for us. So everything is a chaos in our village. So we decide to leave that village. OLOFI told CHANGO, go and look for a sign and go to that village to know what happened. And he went back to Haven. So when CHANGO saw Osign, we need to go to the village to know what happened around there. When they got there, they saw him with the woman next to a river, and they called him. When he saw CHANGO and Osign, he went into his knees and he paid more for the body for both of them. And CHANGO and Osign started to do different ceremonies, and he started to recuperate his mind. And also they put a check in his mouth. When this woman saw all of that, she ran into the forest, and Obala take care of her, and she saw her menstruation for the first time. So in this Odun, sometimes the men, because feel strong and have different power, have, for example, Osign and Odun and all of that, they don't take care of that when they see a woman that they fell in love. So if you have this Odun and you are the man, you are supposed to attend all the duties that you have. This is something that you need to attend for the rest of your life, because if not, you're going to start to lose clients and have a lot of problems in your life. The woman that had this Odun, you are supposed to take care of your menstruation during that period of time. If you have any problem with that, you need to go to the doctor for a checkout, because this Odun talk about the retention of the menstruation of the woman, and the woman also have problem with it. So that's why you need to go and see the doctor. This is one of the Odun that advise us that there are different deities in the religion and ceremony, that when the woman is young, that have 30 years old, for example, 40, we need to be careful with the ceremony that we do for them, because it could be a problem during the period of time when they start to menstruate. So if you are young, be careful what ceremony you are and what you receive. So this is something that the woman has to be careful with that. The man in this Odun, when you got a chance, you are set in different situations that you feel that you are losing money, you are supposed to feed CHANGO. Try to feed CHANGO with 2 white roosters and the chicken, of course, for a lengua. You are supposed to be scratched in Osai. If you cannot get a scratch for any situation, at least you need the Aguayeru of Osai, like the woman too. So, Iwori Meyi talk about the responsibility in life with the religion. We are not supposed to abandon them for anything because later we can suffer for it. This Odun talk about the person has to behave no matter your parents. Because in this Odun, the son of the king, he had power because he was his son. But he misbehaved in that village. So no one want to be around him because he didn't respect the elder. Always he had different problems with people. So most of them hate this young guy. So they need a successor for a king. But no one want him like a king. So one day in the meeting, the king said, okay, the person that hung the elephant will be the next king of this village. But this young guy, he was so smart and he went to see Orumila. And Orumila did a boat to him with different ingredients, but in that ingredient they have different arrows. So he took the arrows and he went to the forest and he hung the elephant, but he forgot to take the arrow from the elephant. So he continued his way, and one man from that village, he saw the elephant and he took the arrow and he presented it in front of the king and said, look, I hung the elephant. So they start to prepare everything to make him a new king. But Orumila, that he found out about this situation, he called the young guy and he told him, they go to make a party to crown this guy like a king. And he said, no, I hung the elephant. So he went over there and he told everyone that he hung the elephant, but no one believed him because people know how he used to be. So they showed him different arrows. He took the right one. He said, this one is the one that I hung the elephant. And also, let me show you something. And he went to his place and he took different arrows that he had that was the same one. And he showed them. So he proved that he hung the elephant. And automatically, they made the ceremony for him to be a new king in that village. So this is the Odun that gives you the advice that you need to keep the proof of everything that you have. You have paper that you are the owner of the car, for example, the house, wherever, try to keep that proof. Also, the people that are old, that they are family members that they want to leave something from to his son, make the will with time. Why? Because when they have this kind of issue, they have the proof that he's the owner of everything that is around. So it's important in this order to keep the proof. Also respect the people. We need to let know the younger that they are supposed to respect the people that live around. Even though you are a king. This is the case that they are kids of famous people in our religion. Santera, Babalawo, Riateses, Paleros, they are so famous because they work so well with the community. But because of that, the kid misbehave when they are in the ceremony. Don't they respect the elder because I am the son of. No, even though they are our sons or daughters, we need to let them know that it's important to respect the elders because later no one know who could help them in different situations. This is the Odun that the Ebomi see is something that you need. Why? Because talk about the bad spirit, also the bad Egun that we call Egun Buruku, that is the dark Egun. The Amor Seco, that is the first one that you see here, is the best one. To have Amor Seco, because it kills the nose of the bad spirit. So the person take the Amor Seco made like a bone with all of them, and you hang it behind your door in order that it get dry. This is something that you can do. It's something that will be so great for you. The rest of the earth, like you see here, Apazote, Siguaraya, all of them, you can make an humiero from time to time and clean your house. Clean your house with that humiero. Also, you can add rum, for example, you can add honey, a lot of cascarilla. You prepare your meal, you clean the house, keep the front door, and also take a bath. If there are people that live with you, like your wife, for example, your kids, that all of them take a bath with this humiero, then this is good because Iwori Meyi had a lot of jealousy and envy around. So from time to time, you need to take a bath to remove the curse and all the bad spirits that are around you. This is the order of to be, a king of the king. If you do everything correct, the person that has Iwori Meyi, this is a great order. Because here is one of the orders that OLOFI create the divination for the letter of the year. And all the richers went to the meeting because all of them want to know which one will be the king of that year. But YEMAYTA didn't assist. She went to see first Orunmila, and Orunmila marked an bow to her with the lamb, with roosters, with guinea hen, and all of that. And recommend him when he finished the bow with all the animals that he needs to feed her head, present all of them to OLOFI. So YEMAYTA did the bow in the way that Orunmila told her. And when she showed up in the meeting, OLOFI asked the rest of the Richard, what do you bring? Because you came from a lot, you came from far away. What do you bring with you? And all of them said, no, we didn't bring anything. We just are waiting for you. And OLOFI asked YEMAYTA, and YEMAYTA said, here, I have all the heads that I did on a bow. And OLOFI said, because you present head to me, you will be the head of this year. And he named YEMAYTA the queen of the year to run this year. So this is one of the reasons that let us know why YEMAYTA, if you see the history of the letter of the year, YEMAYTA, she's in a lot of them like the first one because she did the bow on time. So what this Patakik recommend you? You need to feed your head from time to time because Iwori Meyi is the head that talk from the bottom of the earth. So when you got a chance, don't have to be, of course, every single month or anything like that. You can do, for example, in the beginning of the year, you can serve your head with the Eya tuto, for example, with the fish, with the babalawo. And then after that, 2 months later or the month later, you can get the rotation just with coconut and water. And then in the middle of the year, around September or August, depends your responsibilities and in the way that you feel, you can feed your head. Depend also on the guardian angel. With 2 hens or 2 quails, for example, each CHANGO or a chicken, it is a lengua, and then after that, refresh your head. Why you need to do that? Because you are the head, you are the person that has a lot of responsibility. You could be the manager in the place that you work. You can be also the director, the dean. Iwori Meyi always is the head, is the person that people follow him. So, because all of that, you have different responsibility, it's important to keep your head strong. MAFEREFUN YEMAYTA in this Odun. So, if you have crown YEMAYTA or YEMAYTA is your mother, or maybe you were born from YEMAYTA because sometimes you have crown, for example, or Batara, but your godfather has crown YEMAYTA. You can fit also YEMAYTA with everything and do the bow, and after that, go to the sea and leave all of that over there. That it will be a great bow for you, and YEMAYTA going to list that in anything that you need in your life. This is one of the greatest bow that you can do with YEMAYTA. When you finish the bow to fit her, you can offer her, for example, any at the moon, like fried pork with banana, or you can also offer YEMAYTA some fruits, like the watermelon, mango, that she loves mango, apples, anything that you want to offer to YEMAYTA, and it go to work great also for you. Thank you, all of you to be here. If you have any question now is the time to ask. I hope that this live stream help you to understand a little more about Iwori Meyi. That Iwori Meyi is one of the greatest Odun that we have. It's the Ikine that have 4 eyes. So Iwori Meyi doesn't matter if it's the night or the day, he always see everything. With a little thing, he accomplished a lot. So if you pay attention of this proverb or this Odun, it means that just to put an adimuses or adimuses to your orishas, you can accomplish a lot. But when you do that, try to ask for one thing that you really want to accomplish. Because sometimes we put an adimu and we want a car, we want a house, we want a job, we want this. It's a lot. Try to ask for one thing, a simple thing to the richer, that I want this, I need this in my life. And then when you ask for it, you offer the alandimu or the music to the richer, and you will see later that the day that you doesn't expect the solution is in front of you. But just ask for one thing at the time, and you will see how it goes for you. Well, thank you again for all of you to be here in this live stream about the Odun Iwori Meyi. Next week, we're going to talk about Obara Eyeunle, Obara Obe in Ifa in Spanish. So 1 week in Spanish and the following week is in English. So let it know to the community, please. And it's important that they know. Also, the videos in our channel, Saturday, all of them will be in English. So you have the playlist in English for all the videos that we upload. And Sunday in Spanish. So please let people know to avoid confusion. Have a great week. Health, faith, and prosperity. Ya tú sabes. OCHAREO.